We'll go to a question. Chippy D, you asked this a few minutes ago, and I apologize. I hope you're still here. Do you think that The Rock ruined the Cody Rhodes versus John Cena storyline? I think babyface versus babyface would have been so much better. Honestly, at this point, I talked about this when I was watching WWE's Untold. The Rock, it was like he wanted Triple H's job. It was like he wanted to be the head booker, and so did oh shoot, I just dropped his name. Where's his book? His personal writer that's a part of his team for the $5. He used to write during the Attitude Era. Now he only comes back when The Rock is around. It's like they want the job, but they don't want to be there 52 weeks a year. And I kind of think that's why The Rock has like taken his ball and gone home. I understand he's got like a young daughter. He makes movies. He's in charge of TV shows. At one time, he had a real, no, The Rock didn't, but his production team had a really good podcast where the guy would like talk about like weird news stories that you've never heard before. But yeah, when The Rock showed up and basically said like we want to have Kevin Owens beat Cody and then do Kevin Owens versus Cena for the championship so we can have a heel in there, I immediately was like, then what are you going to do with Cody? I talked about how crazy it was a few minutes ago talking about Barely Legal, that RVD wasn't even booked for the show, and he only got on the show because of Chris Candido got injured and, ended up being put in a match against Lance Storm. Obviously, it's WrestleMania. It's a 2-day event. You got to have some spot for your two biggest guys. Why not have them fight each other? As of right now, my guess to win the 2026 Royal Rumble is CM Punk. And I understand he's got a huge feud against Rollins, and I want to see those two guys fight forever. But as of right now, we've hinted at it 2 WrestleManias in a row. It's been pretty much the go-home storylines going into the Royal Rumble is CM Punk and Cody Rhodes coexisting at the top. Last year, we had that weird storyline where Cody got beat up right before the promo, and he was kind of spaced out, and he was like asking CM Punk, "Are you even my friend?" And Punk was saying, "Yeah, I'm your friend, but, I got to tell you, when I win the Royal Rumble, I'm coming for that championship." I think WrestleMania 42's main event of main events on the second night is going to be CM Punk against Cody Rhodes. I will take babyface versus babyface all day long. If there are weird shades of gray. At SummerSlam, I found it very weird that I know plans desperately changed, and I think that they were really a shot at The Rock, with Cena just giving up the storyline and just being like, I'm not a bad guy anymore. I'm a good guy. It doesn't even make sense because the guys that I, turned heel to be with, they don't even show up. Where are The Rock? Where is Travis Scott? It doesn't really, make a ton of sense. But now he's just a babyface. So in storyline, Cody beat up Cena, made him sign the contract that was a street fight with no rules. And then when it came down to it at SummerSlam, Cody Rhodes wouldn't hit him with the belt. Cody Rhodes wouldn't hit him with a chair. It was like when the fight came down to it, he wanted to out wrestle him. We need to have some sort of gray that these guys will do whatever they need to do to become the champion, to say that they are the number one guy in WWE. If it's like that, we can do babyface versus babyface all day long. But I think going to WrestleMania, I think every headline was Cena versus Cody, and it was never like we need to have a heel in this. I think that it was all The Rock's influence, with his seat on the board at TKO and him going on Pat McAfee, kind of flexing that he's higher on the food chain than Triple H. I think that's one of the main biggest reasons that we haven't seen The Rock in a long time. And I'll tell you the truth, I'm not telling you that if Rock showed up on Raw and he was like, hey, I'm going to actually have a match on this September show because it's so big with it going up against there. I'm not going to tell you that like I wouldn't be excited for it. I want to see The Rock wrestle just like I watched him wrestle growing up. But until he's actually on the show, I don't want to read the storyline rumors anymore of Rock wants to have a match at WrestleMania 42. I've read about it for years, and he doesn't show up. We got lucky and we got him for 40, but look what happened for 40. I don't care about that YouTube documentary that they were filming. The Rock tried to fuck up WrestleMania 40 just like he ended up, going in and using an influence on WrestleMania 41. We had a Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes won it. And The Rock tried to just come in and say, hey, Cody, you're not getting your match at WrestleMania. And they even had Cody have a spot where he came out there on SmackDown and said that he's going to fight Roman, but it's just not going to be at WrestleMania. What were you going to do with Cody at WrestleMania 40 if he wasn't going to fight Roman, if he wasn't going to fight The Rock? Was he going to have a match against Sheamus? I'm not trying to take shots at Sheamus. He's on my mind because we talked about that Donnybrook match a little bit ago. But that's just it. I get fired up because, like, that's 2 Manias. He could have screwed up. And WWE, through that WrestleMania 40 doc that took a long time to come out. It was supposed to come out like the Wednesday after WrestleMania, and then we ended up like being put on pause, I think, so The Rock could film more that he wanted to film. They came out and said they had more footage. I think they honestly just filmed The Rock sit down, talk about what was going on, and tried to clean up what they did shoot, because what they shot for freaking Untold and then they put out as their story, it was almost like The Rock didn't get to like, you go to it with a fine-tooth comb and like take things out that made him look bad. He was the heel of the whole entire show. Like, I'm not saying fire the man because it's cool that we get like Rock autographs and tops and things like that, but keep that guy away as long as we can until like AEW starts kicking their ass and you need him. I think we're just fine. I really do.